All right, what is up, everybody? Divine Hood here, coming at you with another daily update on Bitcoin and the crypto market. And we have a bit of a move happening now based off of some FUD that's going on in the market. Or I guess I wouldn't call it FUD because it's real, but we do have bybit getting hacked right now. Bybit has lost some money here to some hackers, and this is causing a move down. But as far as technical goes, I know Jason says this a lot. Sometimes the technicals will predict the black swan events that are about to happen or predict the bearishness in the market based off technicals. Usually these events happen just as we're coming up into a technical resistance anyways. I'm not saying the reason why that happened is because we were at technical resistance, but it just human sentiment and human psychology plays such a big role in trading, and this happened at a level where we were gonna maybe reject anyway. So let's go ahead and dive into the charts here. Let's look at what's happening here on Bitcoin and the crypto market. And yeah, let's get into it. So Bitcoin yesterday was right around the value area high. We were starting to see a small rejection from the value area high. Overnight, we kind of just chopped sideways right underneath the value area high. This morning, we saw a small push up above to break the value area high finally. Bitcoin was looking bullish. We were still trading in that 1 hour ascending channel that I showed you guys in yesterday's video. But also in yesterday's video, I talked about this golden pocket that was just above us, just above the value area high. And I did talk about this bearish pitchfork where we bounced at the bottom here from our band. That was the exact low of the move. We bounced from the bottom of the band. We reclaimed the midline. We busted above the midline, back tested the midline, reclaimed the midline. And then we shot up to the top of the band yesterday, right where we saw a top out yesterday, dropped. We're able to reclaim the band, and now we are working our way right up. Look at where we rejected, exactly at the top of our pitchfork to the dollar rejection at the top of the pitchfork and our golden pocket area. I did talk about this in yesterday's video, and I will play that now. Here is yesterday's video. This golden pocket has not been hit yet since we've made this low 2 or 3 days ago. Well, look at where the golden pocket is, right at pretty much the top of the pitchfork here. So I do think that 99.3 area to 99.5 area could reject us as well. If we saw the SFP of these highs into our golden pocket, you know, that's so nice. Now, in order for it to align with the top of the pitchfork, we'd have to chop here for a bit, which could be normal, or we could see a small pullback from where we're at now, maybe bounce from the bottom of our band and then come up here. And that would be the area I'd be looking for bear dips. That would also allow some time for some bear dips to form. All right, guys. So we did chop for a little bit overnight, right here, right around that value area high, right under that value area high, broke that value area high, came up to our golden pocket, came up to our pitchfork, rejected perfect from that pitchfork. And where did we see some support come in on the bounce that we're seeing now? Well, we came down to the bottom of the band. We held the bottom of the band, and you can see also right here, the top of the band held pretty much. We just had one wick towards the bottom of the band, and we are bouncing. But we are not only, the bounce might not be, the dump might not be done yet because we are rejecting from our value area high. But also, if I show you guys that channel that I talked about yesterday, so you can see this channel here. We actually did reject from the midline of the channel, lost the channel, and where do we bounce? Our point of control. And I also talked about this would be our first and foremost level of support yesterday in the video as well. So if we go to this video, it was about, let's see, 22. Here we go, 22:30, and let's listen. We can look for, first and foremost, this point of control, this large November 11th point of control might be flipped to support. I do not like how it is so much below our 18-day, 19-day point of control, where our 0.5 would also be, or the value area low where our golden pocket would be. And also we have this key liquidity down there. But this is, for right now, Bitcoin's looking strong still. We are starting to see some bear. Yeah, so when we have a larger range that is more important, I'm talking about the range since from November 11th to present day. This is our point of control on that range. And anytime you break a point of control to the upside like that, Oftentimes in a healthy market, you'll come back to back test it, to flip it to support, to continue higher, to continue maybe higher to the value area high of that bigger range, which is also at a golden pocket. And the value area high is at the golden pocket of the bigger range pull. And it's our more macro golden pocket as well. That's at 103K. So we did break this point of control to the upside. We are back testing it. So far, it's holding. Now, I do want to talk about this real quick because this channel has kind of been the trend that we've been trading in almost the entire move up. If we look at this trend here, actually, let me go out on the 1 hour so you can get a better look at this. So you can see we've been trading in this ascending channel the entire move up here. Now, this naked daily point of control is a new naked daily point of control, so we did not bounce from a naked daily point of control. We bounced from the pitchfork band, but we are losing this channel here to the downside. And if our large point of control doesn't hold, and if we can't get back up within this channel, because what we are seeing right now, if I go on to let's go on to the 12-minute chart, you can see that we are bearishly back testing that channel after losing the channel, and we are rejecting from the bearish back test of that channel. Also, that key anchored VWAP is there as well. You can see that key anchored VWAP and the value area high. So we have the value area high of our now 20-day range. We're rejecting from value area high after dumping back into the value area. We're rejecting from the bearish back test of the channel and from our anchored VWAP that has been kind of holding us down. Anchored VWAP held us down here. Anchored VWAP held us down here. Anchored VWAP's holding us down again. Earlier today, before the news happened, we were trying to flip that anchored VWAP to support. You can see in here. And then when the news happened, we just busted straight down through it. So Bitcoin looking a little bit uncertain. But here, if we look at the larger context of things, I do think a bigger 5-wave impulse is still highly likely. But we are due for a retracement. I mean, we've had the pump up to the golden pocket. Maybe this is our wave 1 of a much bigger impulse. We're going to see a push down to our local golden pocket area, maybe our 0.5 area. Let's go ahead and pull our fib from high to low here, and let's look at our golden pocket. So golden pocket is still at the value area low. I still really like this area here. Value area low. If we're going to reject from our value area high overall, maybe we can come down to the value area low, about 95,500, 95,500 to 95,700. And we could also bounce at the 0.5, which is a common corrective target. And the 0.5 is just above our point of control here, about 96,400, 96,400 to 96,300, 200. So that would, if we lose our large point of control, those are the two levels I'd be looking for bounces from. Unfortunately, though, if we do lose this large point of control, as long as we don't close the daily below it, like say we come down today or over the weekend, we chop sideways, you can see we also do have a naked daily point of control right on that 0.5. So really the 0.5 into our point of control is the first level I would be watching for a bounce from. Let's go ahead and mark this out. So naked daily point of control. All right, that would be the first level we're looking for a bounce from. And then the second level would be the value area low into golden pocket. But right now, Bitcoin is back in our 20-day range here. And if we do see a break of the large point of control at 97.4, then I am expecting this to come down here or to the golden pocket value area low around 95.5 to 95.7. Even if we do see that, this could be a bullish retrace, you guys. We have seen a clear impulse to the upside here, and we could be looking for that 5-wave impulse up. We could be seeing this is our wave 1 here. Maybe our wave 2 brings us down here. Our wave 3 could bring us all the way up to 103K, wave 4, and then wave 5 ending at 105K. Up here. Oh, wave 3 here. Now, the only problem with that is our wave 1 would be bigger than our wave 3. Now, the only rule in an impulse is your wave 3 can't be your shortest wave. So, for instance, on our 89K bounce, we had an extended wave 1, and our wave 1 was actually bigger than our wave 3. If we go ahead and zoom out on the 4-hour chart, let me go ahead and get rid of this. And the last time we saw a bounce from 89K, We did see an extended wave 1 here. You can see our wave 1 was bigger than our wave 3, 4, 5. Our wave 1 was bigger than our wave 3, but it wasn't the shortest wave. So as long as it's not the shortest wave, you're okay. Generally, the wave 3 is the longest, most powerful volume-filled wave. But sometimes in crypto, on the bounces, we can see a strong buyback on the bounce, and you can have an extended wave 1 where your wave 1 can be bigger than your wave 3. So this is still a plausibility for what we're seeing right now. With this being an extended wave 1, maybe we're going to see a correction. And if we correct actually all the way down to the value area low, then our wave 3 would be bigger. So wave 1 here, wave 2 correction down to value area low. Maybe over the weekend, we kind of slow chop down sideways. Wave 3 up to that 103, which is a golden pocket and value area high of our big range. And then our wave 5 maybe ends in this box here, which is a very big resistance area. So that is what we could be watching over the next 2 weeks or so, 2 to 3 weeks or so. We are still just trading in the bigger range. And someone in my comments yesterday talked about, oh, hey, I thought you were talking Mr. Bear down to 12K. No, I made a video about macro bearish scenarios, but I never actually said we were going to go down there. I said, listen, we're in the range for now. Until we're in the range, we trade the range until it breaks. Until we lose the range lows, we still are bullish and just ranging sideways. But with our higher time frame bearish signals, we do need to keep in mind that a breakdown could happen and that we could break down to as low as 70K. Definitely not 12K, 70K. So I am still keeping that as a possibility, but we did confirm bull divs on the daily chart. Let's go on to our daily chart here, and you can see our bull divs have been confirmed. Lower lows on the price action here between these two lows, higher lows on the momentum waves, and our money flow is starting to curve back up into the green. You can see it came back green here. You can see this at the bottom here. So this whole entire range, money flow was coming out. We dumped a bit into the red, and now it's trying to come back up into the green. So do we see this impulse to the upside complete? The other more bearish scenario is that we are in a C wave to the upside and that we dump down. Like this could be a 1 wave, a 2 wave here, a complex correction. This would be a complex correction here, and then a C wave, and then dump, and then break that 89K lows, maybe come down to 87K or 85K. All right, and then as far as, let's go back to this bearish pitchfork here. So yeah, bearish pitchfork, I mean, the band is holding. This pitchfork is being so well respected all through the entire range here. And so I do think that there is a possibility we can bounce from this band. Let's actually go ahead and zoom in on like the 15-minute chart and see if we are seeing any. Yeah, we're not really seeing any bull divs yet. I mean, it just happened, so you really have to look on low time frame to see divs. I don't like how this money flow is now curving out after seeing such a huge curve up of money flow from really, this whole area here. Now money flow is starting to curve out here. So there is a possibility that we could, now being a Friday and coming into the weekend, that we could start to form a range and slowly drop over the weekend, kind of see a slow corrective grind down to this point of control where our 0.5 is as well. I actually would like to see that. It would be healthy. We're rejecting the bearish backtest of the channel that we just lost. Now we are bouncing from our point of control, and actually it looks like our, let me make sure, because sometimes TradingView does this. Now, okay, so you guys see that? Like, look at, this is the 20-day range that we've been trading in here. And when I'm zoomed out on the hourly chart, our point of control is at the 0.5, and we also have a naked daily point of control here. But then when I zoom in on the 6-minute chart, the point of control shifts up. I just don't know why TradingView does that. It just creates a bit of confusion. But I'm going to stick to the hourly chart here. I just pulled that volume profile again. It's fully refreshed except for maybe 5 minutes, 6 minutes of price action. Okay, well, Never mind. It just shifted up just 6 minutes ago. So that explains why that shifted up like that. So now we are below our point of control as well. But we still do have a naked daily point of control in here. So let me go ahead and get rid of this POC. So we have a naked daily point of control on our 0.5 in this box here. And let me get this to the right area. So if we keep dropping, that's what we can expect to look for. Overall, Bitcoin is still looking bullish overall. We do need a correction. A correction down over the weekend would be nice. Also, it could be, if it happens over the weekend, it could be a slow grind down in corrective low volume price action, which we usually see over the weekend. And then we could continue our wave 3 impulse to the upside. And that would be really, really nice to see. There is a possibility too, our wave 3 takes us all the way up to like this 105, 104.8 to 105 area. That would be really nice to see as well. So that's about it on Bitcoin as far as price action goes. Let's go ahead and look at our liquidity. Let me refresh these liquidity charts. All right. Yeah, you guys can see we took all that liquidity that was up above us. And then also there was liquidity that was below us. That is why we're bouncing from that pitchfork band. We took all the liquidity below us as well. So you guys can see this. Liquidity taken to the upside, liquidity taken to the downside. So now the market makers have taken liquidity of short-term traders both ways. Do we just range? It is a third possibility that we kind of just range around this large point of control for the entire weekend. Maybe see a small dip down to grab the 0.5, but it is a possibility we just range. All the major liquidity around us has been taken. Let's actually go back to our Model 2 chart and let's see on the last 24 hours what we're looking at here. We do still have a little bit of liquidity below us. So that, yeah. And the bottom of that liquidity, 96.7. But I would like to come down to 96.4 where we see our 0.5. That's about it for Bitcoin. Let's check CVD real quick here. And let's go to bybit here. All right. Yeah, I mean, look at our open interest here. Open interest is just decreasing. So a lot of those late longers have been stopped out. Yeah, look at huge dump in CVD. Now that dump was because longers had to close out their positions, and a close of a market long is a sell. And so, and how do we know that's not new shorts coming into the market? Because our open interest is decreasing. So if open interest is decreasing, that's money closing out of the market. And that money closing out of the market is a bunch of late longers that were longing up in this area here. And they are getting wrecked now, closing out of the market. And we are starting to see a drop again here. Yeah, so this is to be expected. I mean, we had a flush of late longers, and now we're dumping to the downside. Now our open interest is still decreasing. So in some ways, this is better than fresh market shorts dumping the market on fears of bybit going insolvent or something like that. So this is actually good because if we see all these longs close out, or maybe they're taking profits, you know, some are probably taking profits, some are probably getting stopped out or wrecked, like the late ones, but the early ones might be taking some profits, saying, okay, the correction is due. I'm going to take some profits on my long, and I'm going to look to re-enter on the corrective. So yeah, this is looking pretty good for Bitcoin overall. I do think a small pullback would be healthy. It would be nice to see. It would give us some time to range for the weekend, slow grind, and then we could maybe next Monday start that, or Sunday afternoon, my time, start that next impulse to the upside. All right, that's it for Bitcoin. Let's go to Ethereum real quick. So Ethereum, we did not make it. Yesterday in the video, I had a purple box here where we hit into it 3 times, and we did see a rejection. You can see we saw the rejection down. Now, actually, I made this box of support after this, so it's not like this bounced from that box of support. I made this box yesterday in the video, and let me just go ahead and pull this box more. So we had hit our 3rd time into this value area high. It was also a local golden pocket, and we just made a higher low, and then we rejected small rejection from the midline here, and then we were finally able to break the midline to the upside. Now, unfortunately, we did not, actually, this is somewhat bullish. We did not SFP this high here, or we did not SFP into the daily, and we are seeing a dump. And where do we dump? The only local support level that I marked out yesterday was our point of control and our 382 and then liquidity grab. So we did see the SFP here of these lows into our 382, into our point of control of the range. And we saw a bounce back up to the midline, but we did reject the midline. And so now we're dumping more. Now I believe this hacker that stole funds from Bybit stole it based in ETH, and they're probably going to be selling a lot of ETH. I think they stole $1.4 billion. And if they are going to be selling a bunch of ETH, that's going to cause some sell pressure on ETH, especially $1.4 billion. So they're going to try to offload that as quick as possible, try to wash it, and try to, actually get away with stealing it. So I do think ETH, we have to be careful with ETH because the Black Swan event, they are using ETH to steal the money and to cash out. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this box of support now, delete this 382. It did give us a bounce, but we did reject from the channel midline. And so let's go ahead and zoom back out on Ethereum, and let's look at where we can see some areas if we want to find support. So yeah, point of control is about where we're at now, but let's go ahead and let me continue to zoom out even more here. All right, we're still just trading in this channel here. So if we take the Fibonacci pull from the highs of the channel, or from the lows of the channel, excuse me, to the highs. Now I'm going to pull it from this high because this high is not as high. And let's look at our golden pocket. So golden pocket's already been hit there. Let's look at our 786. Yeah, so the 786 is in this area down here. This, I've had this support marked out for a bit, and we did front run it here because we bounced from the bottom of the channel. There was an SFP. We had a local SFP into the bottom of the channel, and that's why we bounced. We front ran this box of support. So we still could come down to this box of support, but let's go ahead and look a little bit more locally right now. Let's do a Fibonacci pull from the last lows. Now this is equal to Bitcoin's like 93.4 lows. And then here. So our 786 is at the bottom of the channel. So I would look, if this channel trend is still going to hold, then our 786 at 26.56 is in alignment with the bottom of the channel. I would look for that to hold. And let's actually look at our naked daily points of controls. Yeah, there's nothing except for this naked daily that's down in this box here, below us as far as that goes. All right. So that is where I would be looking. Now, it looks like our golden pocket was already tapped. Yeah, golden pocket's already been tapped there. So if we do not hold the point of control where we're at now, I do expect us to come down to the 786 in the bottom of the channel at 26.56 here. So we can do a small box of support here. I would say in this area, that is where I'd want to see the bounce from, if it's really going to remain bullish. Now, of course, Ethereum does not look near as bullish as Bitcoin, but it is still doing okay. And then to the upside, I mean, we still front ran this SFP into this daily. So we do have, semi-equal highs here, 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 and now here, today's high into that daily area there. And then above that, we do have the SFP of the big dead cat bounce highs into the top of our channel. And I believe there's a golden pocket up there as well. Yeah, golden pocket up there as well. So Bitcoin pretty much just rejected from its golden pocket. So it got a bit higher than, actually, no, it didn't, because the golden pocket that Bitcoin just rejected from was from this low to this high. It rejected from its golden pocket. So anyways, I'm trying to compare price actions. Shouldn't be doing that. All right. So 0.76 at the bottom of the channel is what I'm looking for. if the point of control where we're at right now doesn't hold, which it doesn't look like it's going to hold. But we also, guys, we have to be really careful with Ethereum. This is a unique case because Ethereum has a potential lot of sell pressure with this hack. So we could even break down and go all the way down to like 2K if Ethereum starts selling $1.4 billion into the market. That's a lot of sell pressure. And that would cause a lot of dumpage on Ethereum if they can actually get away with selling a majority of that. Okay, next up, Solana. And Solana's been so nice too. So Solana, I showed you guys yesterday at 176. We did have this back test of the pitchfork band, and we were trading in this ascending channel to the upside. Well, we were finding resistance 1, 2, 3, 4 times, 5 times here at the bearish backtest of this pitchfork. You can see it bounced us here. Then when we lost it, now it's acting as resistance. But we were able to shoot up above it just a bit to our pitchfork, or to our channel midline. And you can see we rejected from the channel midline once, twice, 3 times. Now what is happening? We are dumping, backtesting the channel after breaking it to the downside and dropping. So this is just similar to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been trading in ascending channel to the upside. We broke it to the downside. We bearishly backtested it and we're dropping. Well, Solana, channel to the upside, break it to the downside, bearishly backtest it, dropping. So what can we look for? Anytime you break a channel to the downside, the second pivot liquidity of that channel. Now the golden pocket was there yesterday, but because we went a little bit higher, you had to repull your Fibonacci, and our golden pocket's a bit higher. I don't like where the golden pocket's at now. So I do like the 786. The 786, the SFP into the 786 here would be a nice area to look for a bounce. If you're gonna, if you are bullish on Solana and you think here, so SFP into 786 here, and then what I would be looking for if that fails is to finally come down to this golden pocket area. I mean, this golden pocket area, I still really want us to come down there, and it makes sense as far as our larger impulse goes. This is our wave 4. Maybe we see a dump down here to wave 5 and then another 4, 5. I've been talking about that in the last few videos. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, specifically go watch yesterday's video and that will explain that. But yeah, we're just chopping here. Now, if Solana can bounce from where, let's actually check this out here. So Solana lost its 19, 20 day area. This is kind of what most coins have been trading in, is this kind of area up here after that bounce. Solana lost it with the FUD of the Libra coin. And so now we are almost forming a new range down below here. And we can take the volume profile of this range here, kind of the range of the entire volume of this ascending channel. And if we take this range, we do have actually, so I do like point of control is a bit above the golden pocket, but that's kind of nice there. But the value area low of that range is also where our 786 is. So I think the SFP into the 786 and the value area low is the nicer area. This box that I have marked out. And this box here is from 166.46 to 164.95, or pretty much 165. So 166.5 to 165. And if we can drop down here, we can look for a bounce. But even if we see a bounce, we might make a higher low and continue to take out the lows at 161 where we bounced. Let's just keep an eye on it. But right now, Solana is breaking its channel to the downside. Let's go on to the 2-hour chart. Yeah, money flow is starting to come out again. We topped out on momentum waves here. Let's go to the 30-minute chart. And we were seeing some bear divs up here. You can see higher highs on the price action through here, lower highs on the momentum wave. So yeah, seeing some bearish div. Money flow is now coming out. Our momentum wave doesn't look like it's close to bottoming out yet. So maybe we are going to see that kind of dump to the downside a bit. Let's go on to the 4-hour chart. Yeah, not too much there. I mean, money flow still overall curving upwards, but we did top out on that momentum wave, and maybe we see a correction over the weekend. If Bitcoin keeps dumping, Solana's going to keep dumping. So, all right, that's about it for Solana. Let's go ahead and now XRP. Okay, guys, XRP, the local area of support that I gave yesterday was this anchored VWAP bullish backtest into our golden pocket. And that's where we did dump to today. We saw a small bounce, but if we keep coming down, we're probably going to break that area. But it did give us a bounce. It gave us a reaction we were looking for. And let's see, I still would like to come down to this area here between 241 and 238. That is our major support down there. If you want to see more about that, I kind of went into depth on that yesterday in yesterday's video. But let's go ahead and look at our descending channel on this. So, oh, and it was also the midline of our descending channel. So the bounce that we had just a few minutes ago was the descending channel midline, our anchored VWAP, and our golden pocket. This could hold, or we could come down and double bottom this and then continue higher. Let's actually go ahead and pull this, refresh this all the way as well. But you can see the bottom of the channel is where our big area of support is. We have our point of control down there. We have a naked daily point of control. We have a 786, and we have the channel bottom. So I do like this area. If we do lose this midline here, then we might slowly chop over the weekend down there. What we could see is something like, you know, chop in around this midline for a bit, break it, back test it, come down here, see that. So I will be looking for longs in this support box between 241 and 238. Let's go ahead and zoom out onto the 4-hour chart. Yeah, I mean, we're back within our value area of this smaller range here. And so we just can keep an eye on this. Let me go ahead and I'm going to hide this range for a second. And I want to look. So we're still in a bigger descending channel as well. You can see this bigger pink descending channel that we've been trading in. And that bigger descending channel midline is even further down. Yeah, that's about what I'd be looking for here. I just want, let me actually go onto a different XRP chart. I believe I had one on bybit as well. Yeah, okay, so on bybit, we were following this smaller descending channel. All I did was take this and extend it down. So, but let me get rid of it on this one. We do have this naked weekly point of control at 244. And actually, that's marked on my other chart too, but I just have it hidden. But what I want to check out here, because we did lose this pitchfork finally. And let me check. What I wanted to just check out on this was I wanted to do a ascending channel from these lows to this higher low up to these highs here. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of nice. So let me hide this pitchfork that we lost. And you can see this kind of ignoring this flash crash wick here. You can see that this ascending channel is kind of nice here. And rejected from midline here, bounced from the midline here, you know, rejected from midline here. And so the bottom of the channel is around that golden pocket. And now this golden pocket is a bit. So the thing is, guys, we did front run this golden pocket here, just barely. And that golden pocket is a bit higher than our box on our other. So our box on another one was 241 to 238. And at 246 to 245 here, we have this golden pocket, which hasn't been hit yet. It was front run, just barely. Yeah, just barely front run. So we do have this liquidity grab into the golden pocket. So we need to be aware of that as well. But with our bigger supports down below, like a naked weekly point of control, a naked daily point of control, a fresh weekly level, I mean, I do think we're coming down to this 239 area. And let me go back onto my other one and make sure I have that weekly on there. I don't, it's probably just hidden, but let me make sure. Yeah, we still have that weekly there too. So weekly. Okay, 15-minute chart. Yeah, so that really, that box in there, and that weekly's at 239. So um so we have a lot of support down between like 242 and 238, with the golden pocket just above that. I really will be looking for a long down in this box area. There's so much support down there. So much support. And then let's actually real quick zoom out and look at our golden pocket pull. And I believe it was from these lows here. Yeah, okay, so we actually did hit the golden pocket on, what is this? Bybit. So I guess this is, oh, this is not perpetual. So we did hit the golden pocket, so that's why we bounced from there. So yeah, that golden pocket's not as important. So yeah, 242 to 238. And then to the upside, I'm going to delete this golden pocket now. We hit into it. You saw that that was at the anchored VWAP. That was at the channel midline. So let me get rid of that. To the upside, we still do have our the top of our channel. And if we do a small Fibonacci pull from the highs to the lows, let's look at our 786 here. 786 is at the top of the channel at 270. So if we do bounce from this midline, excuse me, we might come up here, reject, and then continue to kind of trade down in this area. So 270 is an area I'd be watching. I'm not going to put a box there just because that's all we have there is the 786 on top of the channel. But if we break this channel to the upside, we're probably coming to that 302 to 305 area, yeah, at the very least. All right. Let me check BNB again real quick. So it looks like BNB did reject from that naked daily point of control golden pocket area. We did see a little bit of actually, no. Sorry. This golden pocket was pulled after this high. So this is still fresh. But now we have to extend this golden pocket down to these lows. There, actually. I do like the 786 better now. 786 into naked daily point of control would still be good. Now, we are hitting our prior highs here and our naked daily point of control. We're trying to hold it. I'm going to delete the prior highs. And the naked daily point of control has now been hit through. So I'm going to delete that. But our first real box of support that I wanted to see was coming down to this weekly, the 0.5, and the naked daily point of control. So we're working our way down there. And that would be nice to just continue to grind down to like this 616 to 605, 606. I do still want to see that. And then to the upside, yes, now we have at 705 to 710, we have our first. I wouldn't say this is the biggest resistance, guys, so be careful with this one because it could bust straight through this. So naked daily point of control, 786. And then the daily is still fresh up there. And we have the SFP of these highs into that daily. So at 750. And then to the downside, if we break 616 to 606, then we do have this area here, which is our point of control, a naked weekly point of control, and a daily level. Let me go ahead and take this and pull this all the way. Yeah, so that's even nicer now. What we can do, let me check to see. Okay, we can pull this down to here. So we have our point of control, naked weekly point of control, and daily between 582 and 570, or really 569.55. All right, that's it for BNB. We did XRP, Link here. All right, guys. So yesterday I did talk about our local resistance on Link was that golden pocket near the point of control. Now we did bust above that golden pocket. Just excuse me, my throat. We did just bust above that golden pocket just a bit. We was probably hit the 786. No, not even the 786. But you can see now we're breaking this channel to the downside. And this was the ascending channel that Link has been trading in. Now, a couple guys in the Discord have really been asking me about the Link price. And because I keep saying I think it's going to come to 15 and I really want to look for a strong swing long at 15. And they keep asking me, hey, is it still going to go there? Hey, is it still going to front run? Link just right now, look at this range that Link is in. Bitcoin is near the value area high of this range. Solana near the value area high, actually broke it earlier today. XRP was above the value area high of the range. Now it's back within the range. Link is at the value area low of the range. I mean, Link is just not looking as strong now. Now, I love Link. I want Link to go to $100 or more. But I do want to come down to this area first. And I do think that Link longer term, now this might take another month to get down here, or it could happen right now if Bitcoin starts crashing. But I do think Link, we front ran at this 16 area low. We have a golden pocket from 15.5 down to 15. It's a more macro golden pocket. We also have our naked weekly point of control down here and our 1.618 fib extinction of this pull here is down there. And I do want to see us come down into this area. Do we have to? Are we going to? I don't know. I mean, it's a possibility. I'm just watching this to see if it's going to play out. But just like with Solana at 161, how often do you front run a macro golden pocket this close? And are the market makers going to leave that liquidity resting there right above that golden pocket? Or are they going to come stop out all these people that long this into the golden pocket, get everyone bearish, and then pump? You know, so I just think still we're going to come down more overall. We're starting to lose the value area low right now. We did see a rejection. I mean, we got a little bit above it, but we saw rejection from our area of resistance. I'm going to delete that. And so, yeah, look at guys, we're at the value area low of this range. Let's go ahead and do our Fibonacci pull from the lows of our move from the past couple days to the highs of our move. And the golden pocket's also there. So we're at our golden pocket value area low right now. This has to hold. If it wants to remain bullish, this has to hold where we're at right now, 17.9. Value area low, golden pocket. If this doesn't hold, we're probably going to come take these lows at 17.3. And then maybe even come lower. So, and it's looking like it doesn't want to hold. I mean, yeah, we're starting to bust through it here. Let me check Bitcoin real quick. What's Bitcoin doing? Dumping? Yep, dumping. Yeah, guys, I mean, you know, we saw this coming. We need a bigger pullback. This is actually healthy. This is actually you should welcome this, because now if you find the support on this pullback and this isn't the bigger wave 5 impulse, guess what? You just longed wave 3 from a good support level and you can make some money. So I do think also, depending on how bad this black swan event gets, just remember when FTX started collapsing and everyone rushed to the exchange to pull out their money as fast as they could, because, and for those of you that were in crypto back then, it was brutal. We saw huge dumps super quickly because everyone was afraid to lose their money. So there was a bank run on the exchange. Everyone was pulling their money out, and we just saw so much bearish sentiment from it. And what if everyone right now is going to pull their money out of Bybit because they believe those wallets aren't safe? Now, the CEO says the wallets are safe. That, you know, I'm not, just look into that if you want. I don't know if I trust them. Shoot, it could have been an inside job, you know. But this event that we're seeing, this black swan hack that we're seeing, could cause crypto to make new lows. I mean, shoot, it could, if we see a huge bank run, Bitcoin could drop to 70K. Yeah, it's way far away right now, and I'm talking more macro stuff, but if we see billions and billions of dollars bank run and pulled out of one of the largest, most reputable margin trading exchanges there is in Bybit, we could see some bad price action from that, some bearish price action. So that is kind of what I'm looking at here. This point of control, it's trying to hold, but I do like this naked daily point of control in 0.5, but I actually like the golden pocket into the value area low even better. So I should actually mark that out. Golden pocket into value area low. Here. All right, that is kind of what I am looking at. Let me get rid of that now. Okay, back to Link here. I mean, there's not too much more to cover on Link. We're dumping. We're losing the value area low and golden pocket. Guess what, guys? We're probably coming, and look at, once you lose a channel, what happens on the channel? You come down and usually sweep the second pivot of the liquidity. Well, on Link, the second pivot of the liquidity was pretty darn low here. And that's probably close to our 7.8. That's probably close to our 8.86. Yeah, 8.86 is there. So, but it's above the 8. Once again, the 8.86 is above that liquidity. And even if we hit the 8.86 and bounce, that means we're coming for these lows eventually. So, guys, I mean, I think it's about time that Link starts dumping to 16K to 15, not 16K, $16 to $15. But look at the bottom of our bigger. Let me zoom out on this. Let's go on to the 4-hour chart, and let me delete this so that you guys can see this. We have been trading in this bigger descending channel in a bigger correction after a huge impulse to the upside, this huge impulse to the upside. Usually your corrections take longer than your impulse. So we had that huge impulse to the upside. We've kind of been correcting sideways on larger time frames. And look at where this golden pocket is down here at the bottom of the channel. Bottom of the channel, golden pocket, naked weekly point of control. And let me zoom out onto the daily chart. And I could tell you where that golden pocket was from. So here to here, golden pocket, not that golden pocket. Okay, so it must be, or yeah. Okay, so because that's such a big move, you have to use log scale. Golden pockets right in there. And that move here to here is a 200% move. You have to use a log scale golden pocket on that, you guys. If you don't, you're going to get an inaccurate reading. So golden pocket, SFPs of the lows, bottom of our channel that we've been trading in on the daily, a descending channel on the daily. I just think this is coming. So let's go ahead and zoom back in onto the 2-hour. I'll leave this channel, this pink channel on the charts for just a bit because we want to see. Actually, I don't even need to leave it on there. But we will repull this here. So if we do come to the upside, I mean, we still have our value area high around our bigger daily descending channel midline, about 19.5 to 19.7. But I still think this 20.5 area up here, we have a naked daily point of control and a golden pocket. But it's looking like crypto's about to dump. So, I mean, this was, you guys, we can see a black swan event from what we are about to see here. Be aware. Be aware. Also, let's go back to Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin, this whole move up, we have a trail of liquidity in this whole move up that can get swept so fast. If we start seeing a liquidity cascade, we could see something like this. You know, look at this. This move up, pretty straightforward, pretty straight up. Liquidity sweep. Now we swept way even lower, but that's what we could be seeing. Now this was a clear corrective, 3-wave correction here. Remember how, guys, I talk about in Elliott waves, there's 2 types of price action. There's impulsive and corrective. Well, look at this. Look how perfect this was. ABC correction, boom, dump. So now, yeah, we have to watch for this, guys. We have to watch. We did on Bitcoin bearishly backtest that channel after losing it. Now we are seeing a very local SFP. Let's see if this holds. I would like to come down a little bit lower, to be honest with you. Oh, yeah. I think this could dump us, guys. I really do. I'm going to be careful longing. Okay, now let's go to ADA real quick. Ooh, yeah. ADA rejected from our midline. So yesterday, I showed you guys this descending channel midline has been rejecting us here, and the ascending channel pitchfork midline has been rejecting us. Well, today we came up to that midline here, perfect, and we're rejecting the midline perfect. So what do we need to look for? This box of support down here. It's our value area low into our golden pocket, and that is from 72.16 to 71.43. If we are going to make a higher low, then let's look at our local Fibonacci pull here. Local Fibonacci pull is coming in at 76.1 or 761. But let's also do this volume profile pull here. Yeah, not much else, guys. Honestly, this bigger volume profile. Okay, but we are also still in this smaller volume range here, so we can do the volume profile of this range. Okay, we're at the value area low, which is also our 0.5. Or a little bit above it. So if this doesn't hold, we're dumping. If this doesn't hold now, we're dumping. Rejected from value area high and channel midline. Look how nice these channels are, though, guys. Look at rejection pretty much to the dollar from the channel midline. Rejection to the dollar from the channel midline. Like, I love channels and pitchforks. Okay, that's, let's actually look real quick at our total market cap. Where's this sucker at? Ooh. Now, we did bounce from the bottom of the pitchfork band. That is nice to see. You know, once again, guys, pitchforks are great, you know. But I don't know why it does that when you zoom out. See, look, if you're on the 1 hour chart, the pitchfork band shows a perfect. And then when we zoom out on the 3 hour chart, or let's go to the 2 hour chart. Okay, 2 hours still the same. But then if you go to the 3 hour chart, well, now, okay, so sometimes TradingView glitches. But yeah, we're bouncing from the bottom of the pitchfork band. You can also see we bounced from here. We did see the wick past it, but overall the body candles bounce from the bottom of the pitchfork band, bounce from the bottom of the pitchfork band, but we're rejecting from our point of control, which is not a good sign. Now this range is equal to the large range. It's a large range since November 11th. So this is our big Bitcoin daily range. And look at point of control rejection, point of control rejection. This is not a good sign for the crypto market. We can't even get above the point of control of that range if we don't hold our local value area low, which happens to be around where our golden pocket is. Golden pocket's just a bit higher, but golden pocket value area low at 3.1 trillion. If we don't hold this local area, we might see the crypto market dump a lot more. And when I mean dump a lot more, we could come down all the way down here to 2.8 trillion, 2.79 trillion. This could be the start of something bad, guys. All right, let's go to the total 3 market cap. And yes, we are still seeing something very similar. We're below the value area low on this one, and you can see rejection value area low, rejection value area low, chopping around the midline of the pitchfork. But we could come down to this daily down here. Yeah, I mean, that daily's where it's at. Daily is where our local golden pocket is. So at 820 to 813 billion. And then, of course, we still have this down here. Now, we did hit into this already, but we'll put that on there. Wow. This, man, I don't want to be bearish here, but black swan events like this, $1.4 billion stolen. That's what I saw anyways. I'm not sure. I saw it in the Discord. Some of the guys were posting some posts about it. So, all right, guys, I got to get going. I'm going to upload this video. Hopefully this video helps you. Oh, if you guys, I have a new campaign running on MEXC, and if you deposit $500 or less, you'll get $10 in free trading bonus. And if you deposit. You can get up to $20,000 in trading bonuses based on how much you trade on futures. So link is in the description. Also, if you got anything out of this video, please like and subscribe to the video. That really helps me grow, and I'm growing a lot. You guys, thank you so much for your nice comments too. Every single day I come to the dashboard on my page and I see these comments that are just so supportive and so nice. So I appreciate all your guys' support. I appreciate doing this. I love technical analysis in crypto, and I like to share it. So I truly believe if you put out good into the world, you'll receive back good. All right, guys, have a good day.